Lands in the metaverse have been selling like hotcakes of late, with some selling upwards of $3 million. But what exactly is the value that a land in the virtual world will add to your portfolio? So in this video, we are going to understand what are some of the use cases of the virtual land, what are the purposes, and what exactly gives value to a particular piece of land in the metaverse.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this.
Hello friends, my name is Soham and I welcome you to Crypto Bulls Club. Every day on this channel, I show you how you can make money in crypto. If you like money and crypto, make sure you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon. This will notify you with all the new videos that we release. Also, if you'd like to discuss anything related to crypto, head over to Telegram, join our family. The link for that is given in the descriptions below as well as in the pinned comments. Without further delay, let's jump on to some of the lands on the virtual world or the metaverse. So land in the metaverse have been selling like hotcakes of late, right? But what exactly is it that adds value? So in this video, we are going to identify the values that are related to it. So let's first identify what are the values or what are the use cases, right, of a land. First of all, you can run a business out of a virtual land. Number two, you can host events or you can host parties over there. You can use that plot of land for hosting games. You can host experiences on that plot of land, and of course you can use it as your virtual home in the particular virtual world. Now let's go to the details of each one of them one by one. Now, what is the use case or what is the use of the business? How you can run a business? Basically, you can have advertisements running on your plot, and for that you can charge brands. So that's kind of a business that you can run. You can organize events and exclusive events and parties on your virtual plot of land. Very recently Snoop Dogg actually held an event in the virtual world which you can only attend if you hold a certain pass, which was in the form of an NFT, right? So this event was actually organized on Snoop Dogg's own property, which he owns in the sandbox. So that is another use case that you can use the events, that you can use the lands in the metaverse for. Then comes the most important use case of using your land for games as well, right? So you can actually use your land to build a game around it as well as for an asset in a particular game as well, right? So that adds value, and you can again rent that out to other players who want to play that game, or you can build a game on top of your virtual land as well. Again, you can build certain experiences on the virtual plot, and that you can charge people on top of it for using these experiences. Now, if I have to understand this is very similar to what a real life real estate brings to us, right? For example, in the real world, you can actually hold and host parties and events on your property as well, and of course you can live in your home in the real world as well. Now, these are some of the use cases that we feel could add value to your piece of land in the metaverse. Of course, there could be many other use cases. If you know of any other use cases, go down to the comment section and comment below, and I would cover them in our next videos as well. Now let's take an example of a few lands. First example, let's take of Axie Infinity, right? So Axie Infinity is a game which is a leader in the play to earn category, and it has its own card games wherein you play with the Axies. Very recently they had launched another aspect of the game which is called Lunasia. Now Lunasia, the Axie homeland, is divided into tokenized plots of land which acts as homes and bases of operations for the Axies. Plots can again be upgraded over time using a variety of resources and crafting ingredients that can be found when playing the game. So you can not only own the plot of land, but you can upgrade the piece of land, and you can use for a variety of resources, and this could only be done while playing the game. Also, it is important to understand that the value. Now, very recently one of the plots for Axie Infinity was sold upwards of $2.5 million, right? So this is very important to understand as well. Now if we go to the marketplace of Axie Infinity, we can see that there are 727 plots that are currently on sale, and the lowest one is priced at 17,148. If we just sort it by the highest, you will be able to see that the highest goes for upwards of $47 million, which is priced now, but it hasn't been sold yet. The highest that it the plot of land has been sold for is $2.5 million on the Axie Infinity metaverse. Overall, I think it is the Decentraland which has sold a property worth of $3.2 million. Now coming to Decentraland, let's try to understand what Decentraland exactly is. Now Decentraland is a decentralized 3D virtual reality platform that consists of 90,601 parcels of land. Now this is important to understand because the land in the metaverse is not infinite, right? And this is what will add value to your piece of land is the scarcity, right? So if a popularity of a particular game increases drastically, let's say Decentraland has gained users of 1 million or upwards and there is only 90,000 pieces of land that are available to be owned, then the value of the land would simply go up because of the high demand that may come from the people as well. Now virtual estate in the Decentraland are NFTs which can be bought by the cryptocurrency Mana, and it is based on the Ethereum blockchain. Now this is important to understand that you can actually buy the piece of land on the Decentraland marketplace directly by using their own currency Mana. You can see here that the price here is about the 30,000 Mana tokens, and there are other properties which would be available in the range of about starting from tens of thousands to the upwards of millions of dollars as well. Now let's quickly move on to the next metaverse which has gained so much of popularity, which is called as the Sandbox. Sandbox is one of the largest and the fastest growing metaverse tokens out there in the market currently. The price of the Sand token has risen drastically from the lows of $1 to the highs of more than $8 in a very short period of time. Now lands in the Sandbox are also very costly. If we go to the secondary marketplace, we can see that the prices of land on the Sandbox is from tens of thousands to even hundreds of thousands and even to millions, and I feel this is only going to rise with time. So this is very important. And also what gives Sandbox the edge over others is its similarity to the game that we are very used to playing, and it's called the Minecraft, which was coming in a boxified way. The graphics are also very similar to Minecraft, and people who have grown up playing the Minecraft game would actually relate to the Sandbox very quickly, and hence I feel the popularity of the Sandbox will actually grow a lot more with the passage of time. The value will also increase as well. Now let's try to understand what are some of the values that is important in the piece of land. First of all is the location. Now just like how we have in the real world, the location of a piece of land or a piece of plot on the metaverse is extremely important. There are certain pieces of land which will be definitely more popular than some of the other lands that are available. For example, certain pieces of land like these ones, right, the blocks, these will be very costly as compared to some of the other plots which are available right in the center of the town as well, right? So the lands on the metaverse, similar to the lands in the real estate, will have a lot of value added to it depending on the location of it. Now a plot right at the center of the metaverse will cost you hundreds and thousands, if not millions of dollars, as compared to a small plot of land in some corner of the metaverse. Similarly to how we have the properties in the downtown costing way more than some of the properties that are available in the suburbs or in the outskirts of a particular city. Now apart from the location, the size plays a very important role. Just like how the size of a real world or a real land in the real world has much more value as compared to some of the smaller plots of land that are available in the real world. If you have a larger plot of land, you can actually host more experiences, you can build more games on top of it, you can build more businesses on top of it as well. Just like the real world, these factors will also play a critical role in the lands in the metaverse as well, right? For example, if you have a bigger land, you will be able to host bigger experiences. You can use that plot of land to develop a game and so on and so forth. So these are very important as far as the lands in the metaverse is concerned. Now comes the important part of scarcity. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, the lands in the metaverse are very limited. In the Decentraland marketplace, there are only 90,601 parcels of land that are available now. If the popularity of the metaverse grows drastically, then there will be a lot of people who will come into the metaverse and they would want to own their land. Hence the value of your land, which if you own at this point of time, would increase considerably going into the future. Now, this is not a financial advice, this is my personal opinion, that I feel that the lands in some of these metaverses will actually go up pretty drastically in the coming future. The next part that I want to cover is the popularity of the metaverse, rather, right? Now, as the metaverse is picking up, as the metaverse category is picking up, there will be a lot of games which will be coming out. Now, it is important for you to choose the right plot of land in the right metaverse. For example, if you are buying a plot of land on Sandbox, or if you are buying a plot of land on Decentraland or Axie Infinity, there will be a lot of value which will be added to these plot of land. This is simply because of the popularity of these metaverses. Now, on the contrary, if you buy a plot of land on a metaverse which is not so popular and it is not known by too many people at this point of time, then of course the value will actually be very less. For example, about a year and a half back, not many of us knew about these lands on the metaverse, right? And I know someone who actually invested about $100 to buy a land whose land today is valued more than $50,000, right? So that is the kind of value that popularity brings to a particular metaverse, right? So these are the factors which I feel will contribute to the values of particular plot of land in the metaverse. Just to reiterate, what are those? Those are location, the size, the scarcity, and the popularity of the game. Now, what do I feel about it? I personally feel that metaverse as a category is here to stay. Facebook has rebranded themselves to Meta. That is a giant leap for the complete category as a whole, and I feel that metaverse will be here to add a lot of values to people in the real world as well. Like, for example, if you own a plot of land, you can use that land for generating passive income for yourself, like renting it to someone else. Also, if you are not familiar, let's say if you are not familiar for using that plot of land, then you can actually hire a resource who can actually build a game on top of it. Like, for example, Axie Infinity has its Lunacia SDKs available, on top of which you can actually build a certain games which can again add values and provide employment to certain other people as a whole. I personally feel that there is a whole new economy that is getting opened by this metaverse. There could be a lot of real world jobs which could actually be replicated into the metaverse. For example, there could be real estate agents, real estate brokers, real estate managers, so on and so forth. The real estate on the virtual world or on the metaverse is just getting started, and as time grows and as it matures, the value of these lands will slowly and steadily start getting higher. Now, these are some of the factors which I feel will play a major role. If there are certain other factors which I might have missed, then go to the comment section below and let me know what are some of the values that you think a virtual land can bring to your portfolio. Also, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Go over to the comment section and shoot down your questions and I'll answer each and every one of you. That's a commitment from my side. So if you like the content, please smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Also, do not forget to share this video with your friends and family, because this is a new thing which is coming up and early movers will definitely have a lot of advantage. Now, you might think that I am now no longer an early mover, but please understand that less than 1% people who are into crypto are actually buying virtual land right now, and hence you are an early mover as well. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Stay blessed, stay happy, take very good care of yourself, and stay tuned to your video, because this is just the start of the metaverse videos on our channel. We will create a complete guide on each of these metaverses and help you decide on which land or which metaverse you should definitely go for. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye for now.